I just have a feeling this thing's gonna go like millions of people are gonna view this, and we're gonna be like,
millions of people are gonna view this. We're not. This is gonna. People are gonna love it, and it's gonna have nothing to do with the actual entertainment business. They're gonna watch because we are stupid, idiotic, and funny. Welcome everybody to DJ's Letting Loose, brought to you by All About You Entertainment. We have Bruno Mars, Richard Karn, and DJ Mayhem here.
Oh.
Richard Karn?
He's the only DJ here. You calling me an artist that I'm not?
Well, you know, I'm surrounded by a bunch of celebrities, so...
Local? Maybe. National?
Richard?
Not really.
Richard Karn?
Richard Karn.
Of all people, you went with Richard Karn?
Ladies and gentlemen, Al from Tool Time.
Yes.
I was... So what's first up on our schedule for today, guys?
Well, we're going to kick it over to our actual host.
Me! Right? No?
Well, I was going to kick it over to Richard, but hey, you know, Bruno can take it.
Survey says.
Survey says, yeah! So this is DJ's Letting Loose from All About You Entertainment, and we're going to bring you some of the hottest trends and some of the hottest topics and some great comedies to go along with it, including some stories.
Yeah.
No?
Stories.
Yeah, stories. You're full of stories.
Deer in the headlight right now, guys.
Well, we got the, if you can only see the set, never mind. So,
We got two big headlights right there, so...
So, Mr. Mayhem.
Yes.
Yeah, you had a good weekend.
Yeah, I mean, if you can call it that.
Why do you have such a good weekend?
Dad may have gotten a $200 tip.
You ever got tipped at weddings?
Tipped at a wedding? Yeah, I've got tipped at weddings.
Shows?
Shows? Yeah.
That stuff.
I set the record for our company at public shows.
Bull!
Yeah.
I set the overtime record.
All time? I don't know.
He's got $200. I got $100
Mine was a private.
$100 What?
Wow. You are an idiot.
Well, takes one to know one.
And, yeah. No argument from me.
All right. Well, we got some great trends. 2017's upon us, and 2017 weddings are going to be quite a trendy year this year. We got some good trends to talk about from all of us.
A lot of new things that are kind of just popping out of the woodwork that some of it may scare you, and if you flee from the room, I apologize.
Don't turn off your YouTube right now.
That sounded like you told him to do so,
Yeah.
we just
No.
lost a bunch of followers.
No.
It's your fault.
No, why do you always... You guys always put the blame on me.
Because you're the one in purple. Barney.
What? Barney?
Don't I have to be a little bit bigger to be Barney?
Barney wanted
Switch
to die.
shades
Have
with
you ever
me.
seen Barney wearing is being so skinny?
This is what happens when he goes to the gym all the time.
So one of the biggest things that we wanted to bring to the table is, I mean, we always hear of Billboard Top 100 songs. We always hear of, all these top picked, top 10 songs. Top
American
songs.
Top 40.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's like, why not give you guys a DJ's perspective? Because we are always taking the request. We see what the bride and groom's request for their weddings, their must-plays.
Gotten some
Song
interesting must
suggestions.
plays.
Oh, yeah. No kidding. So we always see the top of the line, where everything, essentially, where the rubber meets the road, So we were told to pick 3 apiece.
That's right. I told you to pick 3 songs.
Wait a minute.
No,
wait,
he's
hold
claiming
on.
it as his own.
Hold on.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
told me it didn't have to be for weddings.
I did say it did not have to be for
It doesn't
weddings.
have to be weddings.
Okay.
It's
Who
our
said weddings?
top
You
3
did.
picks
Our top 3
for
picks.
songs.
Okay.
All right, so we're talking about our top 3 picks for our DJs. And I picked in the number 3 spot, Starboy.
Why'd you pick Starboy?
Because it has a good beat. I don't know.
Uh-huh.
I like the beat. I like the way it's mixed and intertwined with, the different elements,
It's not a
Could
bad
be,
pick.
that it's Daft Punk and that's what they do.
True. But it's new. It's brought to the table.
I mean, it's the weekend, but it's the weekend with Daft Punk. So just want to make sure nobody thinks that I don't know what I'm talking about.
No, you're just making me look like I don't know what I'm talking about, even though I deal with it every day.
Welcome to the world of animals.
I'm afraid to go look.
Okay.
It was the piggy
Patrick,
bank.
what's your 3?
My number 3 would be "Heathens" by 21 Pilots, and I think it's mainly because it's a really good opening song. Really doesn't matter what show, whether we're doing Ignite the Ice out on the ice rink or I'm at a bar. "Heathens" is just it's a good way to get the levels set. It's a good way to. It's got a nice chunky center there where you can throw out an introduction. Yes, I said chunky. You got a problem with it?
Coming from Mr. Chunky.
It's super chunk.
Super chunk.
Right.
I thought it was Chunk Supreme.
Belly. Oh wait, no, that's never mind.
Number 3, "Heathens" by 21 Pilots. It's a good opening song. Let's go over to.
Mr.
I'm
Terror.
not gonna go with it. I'm not gonna say it.
Mr. Terror.
Mr. Terror?
We'll go with that.
Well, see, it's funny that you said 21 Pilots because they do make they do show up on my list. But my number 3 actually is completely different. It's "Ignite" by Zed. This song.
With a different style than ours.
Yes,
Pop
I am.
music.
No.
No,
ours
This is yours is pop. Mine's EDM.
Uh-huh.
And it showed up for the first time at the 2016 League of Legends World Championships. And it just goes to show you, like, hey, everyone's watching. You always strive to be your best. Never settle for anything less.
Nice.
No, it wasn't intentional, if that's what you're thinking.
All right. Well, so we'll go on to number 2. I'm just gonna start by putting my pinky finger to the moon. Yeah.
It's players only. You're not invited to that club.
I guess I'm totally opposite of players.
Yeah.
Anyways, we're talking about 24K Magic by Bruno Mars because
We all know you look
hello?
like him, but
that's why I picked it though.
couldn't you
And the
pick
music
something
video-
like, I don't know,
music
maybe
video's pretty
Gorilla?
Because, we all know that story.
Wow, don't you feel me sheepish?
What?
I feel sheepish.
Oh boy.
Sheepish.
All right. So
Sheepish.
are we moving on to my number 2, or
I
are we
feel
still
bad.
hung up with your pinky
Go
finger
ahead,
in the air?
go.
All right. So my number 2. Will you bring that dang pinky down? I swear, I'm gonna get you a T-shirt that says "Not a Player." Because my number 2 out of the top 3 for me is "Side to Side" by Ariana Grande. It's a good transition song. It's still in the pulp realm. Yeah, there we go.
Pulp Fiction,
realm.
right?
Yeah. But it's got a good enough beat where you can move it from pop to hip hop, and you can do a nice transition.
Yeah, I feel you.
So, I said that 21 Pilots makes a show on my list. And this is where it shows up at my number 2. They've quickly become one of my favorite bands. And one of the reasons is they're from Ohio. They're from Columbus. So,
I didn't know
not that far. No,
didn't
yeah,
know that.
they're from Columbus, Ohio. They're pretty adamant about showing off that fact.
If you knew that, comment below.
So,
Well, anybody could say that they knew it now that they've heard it from us, Brandon.
Still, comment below.
but I think the reason why this got into my list of 3 songs is it's got some very hard-hitting lyrics about depression and suicide and suicidal tendencies. But that, in my mind, is misunderstood. I feel like it's more inspiration to say, hey, you're not alone if you have those kind of thoughts in your head. Because when you have those thoughts, you tend to think you're alone, and the song puts it right out there and says, hey, am I the only one that feels this way?
Right.
So,
Going to our number 1 top pick for the top 3 of each of our DJs, I picked Closer. And, again, because, Okay, this is weird. What I like about Closer, though, is if you are looking to, like, move the dance floor, like, just say if somebody did want EDM at their event or venue or something, you can do that with Closer and not really sacrifice everybody else leaving the dance floor when you don't play pop. So that's why I kind of like it, because it has that EDM feel.
I can see where you're coming from with
It's a
that.
laser. But... Okay. Number one?
Do you want to go first or should I? Because, like I said, I know, but I don't want to end it on another sentimental note. So
No,
I think
well,
I'll go
let's
now.
go with
Okay,
you.
we're gonna get sad now, people. Stay tuned.
It's not sad. It's a happy topic, and it
Okay,
actually goes with
happy.
what we're talking about. My number one, "Powerful" by Major Lazer featuring Ellie Goulding. It's very descriptive about how it feels about love, how they think it is. I knew he'd do something. But it's very descriptive about how it feels about love. And using words like electricity, walking on wires. I mean...
Shocking.
Wow.
I mean,
Wow.
it gets its point across. But my only warning is if you've got kids at the wedding or the party, I probably wouldn't play this one. It's got some very risque lyrics.
Right.
So
There's a lot of lyrics nowadays.
yeah, but this one, it talks about stuff that, like, you think risque in normal AT40.
Right.
This is, like, almost to a whole new level without going to vulgarity. So that's my number one.
Now we get to go to mine.
Yes,
The
let's
ultimate
go to you.
number one.
The ultimate number
One
one.
of all number ones.
Number one of all number ones.
All right.
Let's
And
do
that's
this.
why he does mayhem, because he is the mayhem.
No, seriously, the song
Get all straight.
the song I've got for my number one, I wrote down a different song here because I knew you all would look at it and you think I'm throwing
goodness.
you all left field here.
Yeah,
a
he
song
is.
that can be played at a wedding, it can be played at a bar, it can be played at an outdoor venue, anything. The Cupid Shuffle.
Ooh.
The Cupid Shuffle is probably one. It's one of the easier line dances. It doesn't go off in like 35 different directions like the Casper Slide.
Well, it tells you what to do.
No, that's the Casper Slide.
Oh.
Well, the Cupid Shuffle.
Cupid Shuffle tells you what to do.
It does tell you what to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit.
Halfway
I was
through
gonna
the
say.
song, but it's quick and easy to learn. It's fun to do, and it will fill a dance floor. There will be nobody on the dance floor, but if I play the Cupid Shuffle, I'll get 1, 2, and then they'll all filter in, and the next thing you know, you've got 20, 25 people dancing where there is no dance floor.
Now, I have to agree with you on that. That song will do it, but there's one other song that will get that going too.
Would that be the Wobble?
Yes, it would be
That would be
Wobble.
the Wobble. The only reason, okay, here's why I didn't pick the Wobble. I don't know how to do the Wobble.
You just
I
gotta
know.
twerk
I
it
know
around
it.
a little bit.
There are
That's really all you do.
When
There
you
is
get this
actually-
moving, you can't stop it. That's
See,
why he doesn't
the
do
thing
it.
is, though, there is actually a structure
Yeah.
for the Wobble. I have no idea what it is. No idea. So at least the Cupid Shuffle, if nobody's dancing, I can go out there and I can say, hey, join me as we do the Cupid Shuffle, and people come out there because they love watching a fat man dance because for some reason it's entertaining.
He's got a wobble.
I
He's got a
wobble
baby,
when I
wobble,
walk,
baby,
okay?
You're here to hear live, folks.
I don't have that problem.
You heard
No,
it here
it's a
live.
stick figure. compared to
Pat
me.
Mayhem wobbles when he walks. More at 6.
All right. Well, up next we have our trends, and we're going to get into that. But after that, we have the mayhem story. Our mayhem story this week actually comes from a couple years ago from one of my weddings, and it's
Yes, breaking news. The mayhem story is
something-
not coming from me this time.
no, it's straight away a little bit.
Props on that. No,
Yeah.
props.
Yeah. What? I can be funny every once in a while. Just look at my face. Trends this week come from the 2017 wedding trends. I did some research and I found out we're all going to go through like 3 of our top trends that we thought was unique. First thing that I thought was unique is something that they're doing now, I've never been to a wedding where they've done this, but I've seen things kind of mimicking it. Trees and stuff at eye level when you walk into a reception venue. And it's crazy because they're hanging these huge bouquet chandeliers over top of these tables from the ceiling, if you can, which I think is just phenomenal. I mean, it's unbelievable. You have this chandelier thing over top of your table. Not only do you have a centerpiece, but you have this thing way over top of you, and it's just like, it really sets the mood, and it's kind of really neat, and it's kind of goes into the enchantment type of thing, which is another trend, which I'm kind of combining too. Sorry, guys.
It's okay.
And
Kind of taking
doing,
one of mine.
Yeah, enchantment.
Nope.
Oh, okay. Well, these enchantment things, it's just like putting things in the air, like taking a void, if you will, at your wedding, a void that you would have, and
Like
it's
that?
like no, I'm talking about
The stuff hanging from the ceiling.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah, oh yeah, yeah. So it's kind of cool because you're utilizing more space. Everybody thinks the square footage is your space, but actually you got cubic feet too, and it's like now you're using space up in the air, and you're really adding to your wedding. It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
It's unique. You since we were going right on to that.
Yeah, you spoke right on top of one of my things that I brought to the table here, is greenery. A lot more greenery is being used, like you said, trees and all that, mini trees at eye level. One of the things is a lot of vine work, a lot of green vines, leaves as the centerpieces, kind of like what you see here. Kind of like what you see here.
Yes.
And stuff hanging from the ceiling goes into the enchantment stuff, but you've got that, and then we also have stuff like headbands.
Headbands.
But yeah, a lot of like hair bands and headbands for like the flower girls and some of the bridesmaids.
That's coming
We're
back?
not talking hair bands like, Metallica.
No, I know that.
I just want to make sure you had
Talking
that
about
clear.
that, that's coming
Yeah,
back.
like leaves and all that in the
That's insane.
headband with the wraps and all that. Yeah, it's pretty cool that it's coming back. It's something, I don't know if Vogue would be the right term, but retro is definitely...
Well, retro and vintage is definitely coming back.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Vogue is
so
making a
I'm
comeback,
understanding we're
too.
doing two apiece here, right?
That was just one for me.
Oh, that was just one?
Yeah,
He
there
had
you go.
two and one.
Because
I
I'm
only did
about
one.
to do two, and
Okay,
the reason
just
for
one.
that is because you
Okay.
kind of both opened the door for these next two. One
Take
of
it
which-
away, Captain.
To jump on what Terry's saying about things, making a comeback. Metallic dresses are a big trend coming into 2017. We're talking gold, silver dresses with metallic beading, and another thing to mention, making a comeback, ball gowns are making a comeback in 2017.
Oh, yeah, I heard about
hoops.
hoops.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had heard
hoops.
about that one.
Big, like, people are getting their pictures taken.
Why
in
are
these hoops.
the three of us being guys
Because
knowing
we're
more?
wedding-
We're in the wedding industry.
And I want to touch on another thing. Like I said, I'm doing two. And the other thing I want to touch on is you were talking about unique and the whimsical. That's not the word you said.
Enchanted.
Yes, enchanted.
You're welcome.
Image mapping.
Yeah.
Okay, image mapping. And now, according to the knot.com, I'm quoting here. According to the knot.com, image mapping is a projection technology that allows you to transform a space with lighting and moving pictures.
Like a projection.
Yeah, but it'll...
So it's like better than, it's like a gobos, but it's
It's a
it
gobo
moves.
on steroids. I could literally take this room and every inch of the wall could be flowers or some type of scene.
So it's
That
like
would be-
it's like taking up lighting, which we have behind us,
Right.
and gobos, and then
Combining
Moving
the
them.
two.
and moving them.
Right. Now, here's the thing.
It's pretty cool.
It is
Yeah.
expensive. It is very expensive.
Well, yeah, I can imagine how many projectors you have to put together.
Right. But if you're on a budget and you like the idea, again, this comes from the knot.com, the KNOT.com. On a budget, since it's expensive, use the technology on just your cake. You'll still get the wow factor
Mhm.
and it'll cut down on the cost.
Oh, I didn't know you could do that in the cake. I was gonna say just do like one wall or something. Maybe
Or you could
behind
do
the
an
head
accent
table.
wall. Yeah.
Do behind
Yeah.
the head
Yeah.
table, and then that's
Yeah,
it. Do everything else up later.
there's kind of unlimited like possibilities with that type of
I'm
technology.
wondering how much that technology would cost to incorporate it with your entertainment, and where do you usually?
I'm
get
already
that?
looking into it.
What service usually provides that for the wedding?
I would think
photography?
I would think that's something we could be able to provide, because we do provide, when we do ceremonies.
Right.
And that's something like, you could do it at a ceremony or you could do it at a reception, but we do both. We primarily provide lights for the reception, though.
Right.
But we provide lights. When it comes to lighting, you're going to go with an entertainment company or an audiovisual company. But if you're already using an entertainment company for your reception, you might as well keep with them if they have that to provide for you.
Right. Okay, I see it.
I think that's something we're going to have to look into.
Yeah, I've already started.
Alrighty. I'm going to jump ahead of you.
Oh, wait, you're skipping me?
Yes, because you went to dessert stations.
Ooh, I like dessert.
Very sweet is what I'm hearing.
Yes, very sweet. But this is an option that you can set up multiple tables with different types of desserts on it.
Mm-hmm.
What it does is it allows people to get up during the dessert time. They get mingling, keep your energy up, and they get to decide how much sugar is appropriate for them instead of, waiting for the cakes to be cut. And
Right.
you don't want to worry about grandma or that guy you've talked to twice in the last 6 years.
And
You don't
usually
want to
the
worry
cake
about
doesn't
them
get cut
waiting for
until
for
the
cake.
end of the day, anyways.
Yeah, cakes
Usually it gets cut. It should.
last
It
hour.
should get cut within the last hour and a half,
Yeah.
maybe 2, depending on how long your wedding is.
They'll see you cut your cake. You can still have your little cake for the
Every cake you
traditional
need to.
for your traditional cutting of the cake. But this will allow people to kind of decide, hey, I'm going to get up. I'm going to go mingle with Joe Schmo over there,
Right.
who I've never met before.
Who's
But
Joe? I never met him either.
see, now you can go mingle with him at the dessert table.
Traditions. I mean, you don't see a lot of tradition. A lot of traditions
Traditions
are
are
going.
going by the wayside.
Yeah.
It's depressing. But it's also,
I enjoy breaking away from traditions, though.
yes. That's what I was
Well,
going to
that
say.
goes right into my next topic. My next trend is actually the first look photos. And this is coming totally opposite side. Now we're on the photography side. And I know DJ's talking photography. Well, but no. It's first look photos. Usually with weddings, the tradition has always been it is good luck if you do not see your bride until she's walking down the aisle, and then it's like, that's what it's supposed to be like, or at least that's what the tradition has been like over the years. And now it's turning into first look pictures as they are all alone. Photographers there. The bride is behind the groom. The groom's looking that way. And the
Why
bride
did
goes
you
up
point-
behind.
Never mind.
I'm
pointing
glad
at
you
Terry
pointed
because
at
he's
me
in
being the
white.
groom.
He's in white. He looks like the bride.
You
You
called me the
pointed
groom,
at me
though,
when
when you
you
pointed
said
at me.
bride.
Did I? My
Yeah.
bad. Well, you're feminine.
Wow.
Ow!
He's been waiting for a moment to smack him upside
No,
the head.
he did it already. When I did
Oh,
the
did he?
$100,000 already.
Oh.
I'm gonna
Well, he's
do
been
it
waiting for
again.
another moment to smack him upside the head.
I'm
Careful, you're messing up
Anyways.
Bruno's hair.
Don't mess over here. I gotta work after this. Anyways, that was one of the cool things, and then the photographer actually gets the first glimpse as the groom is turning around, gets the first reaction of what he is reacting to is his bride turning around right in front of him, and it's totally out of context because it's totally unique. It's totally aside. Nobody else knows about it, and then they go and do their ceremony. So nobody else is in attendance for the first look photos. And it's kind of cool. But non-traditional.
all right. So you've done your 3. I'm wanting to talk about unique invitations. It's not just the traditional, little 3x5 card folded up, put into the mail, and just tells you where it's going to be. People now you want to get people excited for your wedding. Give them more of a reason to put it on their calendar and look towards, forward towards that date.
nowadays, weddings, it's like during the peak of the wedding season, I know friends, and I mean, when we're DJing, I mean, Terry will be at one wedding, I'll be at another wedding, Patrick will be at another wedding. You know, I mean, you have multiple weddings. Some people do wedding hopping. They'll
Right.
go one wedding to the next to the next. They'll do 3 weddings in one day. And I'm not talking about crashing them. I'm talking about actually, you know.
Well, yeah, in
Going.
peak wedding season, you know, it's not uncommon to see more than one person from a large group of friends. I'm not going to say something as tight-knit as, you know, maybe 6 or 7 people, but from a large group getting married around the same time or even at the same time. A perfect reference would be the movie Bride Wars.
Okay.
But, okay, so anyways, I'm back onto unique invitations. Get people excited for your weddings. There have been ideas for plexiglass invites. Yes.
What?
Yes.
I think I've seen a photo of those.
Invite. Foil stamping. Glow-in-the-dark ink. Now that one, I
Cool.
want to see one of those. But, you know, and then this one, now this came from the zoo. It's an invite from the zoo. It's not for a wedding, but I thought it was something because it stuck out to me because I was doing, you know, research on unique invitations, and this stuck out to me because it's just literally a date. And the first thing I thought of was, who's getting married?
Right.
I mean, all the info is on the back, but you've just got this big date, and it's an animal print.
That's cool.
So it's just something that sticks out.
You
You
know-
know, something that's unique, something different than just the customary stuff you get that, you know, that we've had
So,
in the
they're
past.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
Your top?
It's not my top, but it is one of the more peculiar trends I saw, and I had to talk about it. So my next one is grand getaways, and not like a destination wedding. No, this is towards the end of the wedding. Instead of doing the traditional sparkler wave off or the bubbles or whatever you want to use when you walk into the limo and you drive off. No, this is more towards like hopping on a motorcycle and driving off with the dress tailing behind, or jumping on a helicopter and flying off.
Helicopter?
That is an
I'd
example.
love to see one.
There's an example
Oh,
of a
I'd love to
helicopter
see
being
one.
used.
Not that they jump into the helicopter, but they each grab onto one of the rungs as the helicopter takes off.
Big
Now,
snook up
that
there.
would make a really bad photo shoot if someone slipped.
Yes, this
But
is
no, the whole purpose of this, of these ones, of the getaways, is totally different photo opportunities than you normally see. Like everybody gets that first cake cut, everyone gets up smashing cake in each other's face, the first kiss, the first dance. Everybody gets those. But this gives a pretty extreme opportunity for your guests to see a completely different photo that they wouldn't see normally at a wedding. And
cool.
I think that is really peculiar, but really awesome. I wish I could afford to do something like that when I had my wedding.
I can only imagine how much that actually costs, though. I mean, that got to be, wow, that's got to be pretty pricey.
Yeah, I think some of it was like towards like the helicopter stuff, $3,000-$4,000 minimum for a helicopter.
Well, I can afford it.
Here we go, back to the candy bar.
We're coming up to the end of DJ's Letting Loose. We have one more big thing, and this is the cool part. A lot of people on our mailing list. I mean, we have a mailing list of over 360 people, and a lot of people always comment on DJ Mayhem's weekly or monthly mayhem is what he calls it. Well, we're just gonna do a mayhem story. Doesn't have to come within the month or anything like that. But this is the cool part because it's my turn to shine. You're
Or
I'm letting
Or
you have
crash
your
and
moment.
burn.
Oh, yeah.
letting you
I'm
have your
hoping for
moment.
crash
This
and
is
burn.
my
That
thing.
would be mayhem.
That would be.
Cool thing about mine this week is because it does go back to a wedding. This wedding I probably did in 2008. Now, we're not going to mention any names, but this wedding was insane, and this is the reason why I tell all of my bride and grooms, do not plan them right before your wedding, because it's not good, especially because you're going out to these places, you're going to have a good time, you're drinking with all your girls or all your guys, and you're all having a great time, and you're supposed to. But it could carry over into the next day. Hence, this one bride didn't even make it to her altar because she have a bad hangover the next day, and she didn't make it down to her ceremony. The ceremony was actually postponed probably about a good, I would say, hour afterwards. I mean, I wasn't there, but I mean, that was just, our reception was held back too because of the whole mayhem thing.
Don't say it. I know you want to bust
it just rolls
them.
off my tongue like that.
You're 10.
Dang.
10. Yeah. So
I just
don't plan them right before. Do your rehearsal dinner before, but don't go overboard with the drinking and stuff like that. And maybe our next episode we'll talk more about ideas that you can do for your rehearsal dinner as well.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, and there's some really cool entertainment options that you can do that you would never think about even having in your wedding, and that's really cool ideas. All right, well, there's not going to be only mayhem stories or trends or anything. We definitely want to do a lot more with everything that we do. And we also want to make sure we include you guys as well. And that means a contest time.
Yes. This week's contest is going to be a mayhem story from you guys at home. You're going to send it down to the comments below. So anything goes. Preferably wedding stories are going to make it towards the top of the list, and the best one, as long as you're subscribed to our channel, will be able to receive a $10 Amazon gift code.
No names.
No names. Please
Gift
don't
code.
use any names.
Gift code.
Yes.
Not a card.
Not a card. A code. If you're subscribed to our channel, we will announce the winner next video.
Okay.
At the
2
beginning
weeks.
in the beginning of the video too, so that way they know, hey, I won. Maybe I should watch for the next contest. So watch our next episode. You'll get to see who the winner is, and then we'll get the code to you if you won.
That's all cool. This is really cool, guys. I appreciate you guys being part of this.
Wouldn't have it any other way. Make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're going to try and do these every 2 weeks, possibly more if you guys enjoy it. So make sure that along with subscribing, you do also comment down below that if you enjoyed it, what part you enjoyed, so we know what we can emphasize on in future dates.
Don't forget to smash that like button, though.
Oh, yeah.
Smash that like button.
Smash
Yeah.
it.
Just bam! Hit the like
So,
button.
On behalf of All About You Entertainment, we've got Stay Puff, Barney, and I'm the Jolly Green Giant. We will see you next time.
Jolly Green Giant. I'm DJ Stray.
DJ Tear.
I know DJ Mayhem.
All About Entertainment. Have a great night, guys.